So I'm gonna finish this, fucking, start again, Jen. So I am shading colored pencils. No, I don't like that either. So, hi, I'm back to show how to shade with colored pencils. So these are still the Crayolas that I'm using because they're cheap pencils. I don't want people to think, like I said last time, that you need expensive pencils. So, and you don't have to use a coloring book. I'm just using a coloring book because I do find people get really fucking tired and bored of coloring shading circles and squares and fucking triangles and all other stuff in simple little shapes. So at least this, you have something that maybe you might end up with a nice picture that you might like in the end. So I've got pretty much all this done, and yeah, my hand's got in the wrong with that, except for these horns. Now, I kept all the colors here. You can't kind of see them. See that over here? That I used on these horns. Now they're not going to be exact, but if you're worried about that, then do each horn at the same time, so you've got the same level of color roughly on each part. Now, thankfully in life, not everything is the same. Not everything is symmetrical. So things can be different colored, you know? So it's handy when you do stuff like that. So, I do have plans. Will they work out? I have no fucking idea. But, so, I'm not always going to be using coloring books. But, I'll get to what I'm doing. So, first I laid down a very light colored pink, just a base color. You don't have to do that. I tend to do that just because I prefer working in colored paper rather than plain white paper because that's boring as fuck. So, yes, I swear a lot. I thought, you know what? Screw it. I swear like a pirate. That's what I do. You know, hey, I talk fast, swear like a pirate. Don't drink though. So, hey, don't smoke either. But, so, I have taken a very light brown too to lightly put the little shadows. Now, the light in this picture doesn't make any fucking sense. Roughly, it's probably coming from like that. Like from above there. Which makes sense. So, we'll keep it like that. Just for simplicity's sake. Now, obviously, you might have different light sources, but I'll get into that eventually later on. So, except I'm not making new YouTube videos to become kind of like influencer and all that stuff. I'm doing it because it gives me something to bloody do when I'm bored. You know, that's what it comes down to. So, we know the light's coming this way. So, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to know how the way light falls on things. Whether you have an object in front of you and you know mess with a light bulb and stuff. It's basic stuff just to see how light reflects off stuff, right? So, we got a pink and the light, like I said, coming this way. So, the shadow would be on this side. So, we take this lighter, it's a little bit darker than my base pink, and we go in the same direction that we want the horns to be. Now, if I wanted the horns to be like this, I would go this way. But because I want the horns to be facing, like the texture on the horns to be going along where the curves are, I go with the curves. So we go like that, and we can make a couple passes just to darken it up, and I'm doing this so that you can see what I'm doing. You might be able to see it on the screen, I can always lighten it. But, and then go to the next one, and now, you don't have to, you could actually pick a different pink for each of these things. It would actually kind of look really cool if you just picked a different pink. So, because the darkest part of the horn, like the shadow of the horn, would be close to this edge. So, I'm trying to make most of the color on this edge here. And it's just recording because I'm talking to myself. No, I'm not. Great, it's recording. Just checking. Right, so, because of that. Now, I tend to have like stylistic choices. I do like little spaces. It's a stylistic choice. You can color right all the way up to the edge. Or you can just leave it. So the darkest part of this horn is going to be here because there's not going to be a lot of light that hits it. You might have a bit up here, but you're not going to have any down here. So you can really go to town there. And don't press hard. It looks like I'm pressing hard. I'm really not. So, now, this is what I find a lot. Again, I think I mentioned this last time, and I'll probably mention it again. People that start using colored pencils press way too damn hard. And thinking that it's going to blend. It doesn't blend. That's not how the pencils work. You have to go light, and that's why it's a tedious blade process. And there are things you can use to speed it up, and I'll probably do that too. I don't have some of this stuff. I'd have to get some of the stuff to blend properly. I have some, but I don't have all of it because we live in a house in Scotland. It's not big. We don't have a basement or an attic. So, you know, there's a lot of shelves and a lot of stuff on tables. Because we also have ADHD, both of us. So, hey, we put objects down and they're like, where the fuck is that? You know, so, but yeah. And I have a lot of art supplies. Though I didn't always have a lot of art supplies. I really didn't. For the longest time, all I had was cheap Crayola markers, Crayola colored pencils, and like like pencils, like graphite pencils, and just whatever paper people could, here, use this. So, I technically more of a graphite artist, even though it doesn't seem like it because I haven't done anything with it, but because that's what I pretty much for 14 years did, graphite and stuff. And then I got into colored pencils, and then paint, and then, yeah, and then it went from there. And then printmaking. Printmaking is my love. I love it. Like, colored pencils, medium of choice, no infinite. But if I had to pick one medium to use, it would be printmaking. And specifically, etching, dry point etching, linoleum print, stuff like that. So relief and stuff. Now I haven't tried. Oh bloody hell, what's it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I want to try kitchen. Oh shit, sorry. Kitchen lithography. No, I can't remember, but it's really cool. I want to try that. I want to do a video of that. That's really cool. It's tinfoil and stuff. I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna try that. Cause I was watching a oh bloody hell, a channel which I'll try to remember like below, and I'll probably bloody forget more than likely. Because I forget things. So, see what I've done. And I've rambled a bit. So, I've just put a bit of color on that thing. You can kind of see it. Maybe. I don't really know. Because I'm not sure. Maybe I should turn another light on. So, got that color down. Now, I'm not going to make this a huge long video. Do not worry. I won't. Hopefully. So, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully not. Maybe I'll make a shorter of it too. Who knows? So, yeah. So, maybe. I'll just edit that. So, we need another pink. Need another pink. Pink, darker pink. That's too dark. Dark, too dark, too dark, too dark. This one's a little lighter. You can go light to dark. You don't have to go darker, darker, darker. I didn't have to go pink, actually. Is there purple? Is it on this side? You know what? We'll use this blue. Might seem really odd. We can use this blue. Maybe too soon to use the blue. Ah, fuck it. We'll use the blue. Oh, man. That's a pencil sticking. What the which pencil? Maybe it's the color I'm looking for. Oh, no, it's too dark. That's a purple. I don't need that yet. So, we use this. And that's John doing, I don't know what he's doing. Doing something. So, but you can see I used the blue there anyway. So, and this actually might save a couple steps. But, so, darker color, you go like this, and you just keep going like this. And you keep building the color. You see how it blends? And you go, like I said, really light, and it blends. Now, if I was going to use a solvent, I would probably go back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Now, you couldn't use a solvent on this paper. It's too thin. You need something, oh god, probably, I'm trying to think of weight, because the weights here and paper sizes and stuff are different here, and now I've been here like 20 years now, so I can't remember the way paper works in North America, and I'm kind of like, so you need a thicker paper to use a solvent on, or a canvas, something that will take the load of the solvent if you're using a solvent, especially if you're using something like turpentine or a white solvent of some type. I don't know about Zest. Well, Zest is a solvent too, so I would assume that I'm gonna get a small thing of that to try on like Amazon or something, because I haven't tried that. I wonder if it works on the pastel paper I've got. That would be cool. Like, I love Fisher paper for colored pencils. They eat your pencils though, so I'll warn that, but it's not cheap, but I love it. And now I just use sandpaper, which is pretty much what Fisher paper is, just kind of fancy. But yeah, I just use sandpaper sometimes because it's cool. I really like it. There's all kinds of surfaces you can do it on. Maybe actually that's what I'll do. You do a video. Like I said, I've got ideas. Will they work out? Like I said, I don't really know. Nothing. I have all kinds of ideas, but they just don't seem to work out. And yes, I'm rambling, but you know what? That's who I am. And I talk fast, and I've always done that. And now I know it's because the ADHD. Well, partly the ADHD, but just because I talk fast and my head is going like a mile a minute, which is great. No, not really. But yeah, you see how I'm starting to build up a shade here. That actually looks kind of cool. I like that. Now there's obviously I've used an orange or yellow, so let's get a yellow. See, you can go back. You don't have to exactly match, which is handy. But yeah. Now, let's see. The yellow, is this right yellow? It's probably not the right yellow. It's probably a peach yellow. So you know what? Let's use this. Like I said, these are a set of 24 Crayolas and a set of, oh, look, the box. I still have the box because I'm a sketchbook. It's a sketchbook. It's not really, it's a sketchbook, but it's also like a scrapbook, which is kind of cool. And I really need to clean this corner up. Like I said, we have a lot of crap. That's what is that? That's a spicy Kung Pao thing. It's I went to graphic design, so stuff like this is that I fascinates me. So anyway, so these pencils, these are really pretty actually. Yeah. So that's what this one is. No, this is from the normal. This is the peach, but you can get all kinds of colors in it. They're really nice actually. See, like you can kind of see kind of there, but they're nice. So, but yeah. So, and then I thought about, and I've got the Colors of the World ones in my pencil case at the moment. So, like I said, I've got a bunch of them, but they're still Crayolas. They're not like horribly expensive. They're a pastel thing, but people like to say they're crap, so I'm not gonna get that. But they're the one that came out with like they re-edited their they reissued colors they'd taken off the market or whatever like that. But one, they're two, so I can't find the pencils anyway. I can find the markers, but I don't really want the markers. I want the pencils. But they're bloody expensive too, if you can find them. So I'm like, you know what? No. If I'm gonna spend like money on a pencil, I'll just get some more luminous pencils or Holbeins or something, which I haven't tried. I want to try so bad. Here we go. Shadow there, Jen. Stupid. You can't see what I'm doing. But they're expensive, and you know, imports and stuff. Hey, maybe one day I'll go to Japan. No, not really, because I'm not a huge seafood fan. So yeah. But like so these won't match exactly, but they don't have to because it's one, a coloring book. Two, it's an imaginary animal. So it doesn't matter, you know, it really doesn't. So there's obviously a bit of yellow in there. So we will go with the yellow, and it's not. See, I'm not going over the dark part. I'm just adding some to the light part. Now, when you layer, you do not have to go over every single spot with the same color over and over again, or different colors to get your effect. What you're trying to do is just build up colors in areas that you want. Now, which sounds that's so simple to explain. It's not. Well, it is, but you just have to. So you just have to do it. I don't know. It's I'm horrible. This is why I couldn't be a teacher, because one, it's not that I don't like kids. I have no problems with kids. I just didn't never want any. But I would get. And I was like, actually, I could have been a teacher. I didn't because I don't know actually why. Because I don't know, because of the MS, maybe, who knows, probably because of the MS, more than likely because of the MS. Oh yeah, the MS, I'm just getting over relapse, which is great. So I had to take 5 days of steroids, which fucking sucks, but they work, thankfully still, because when they stop working, that's when you're kind of like, that's still kind of a problem, because then that means that you might have progressed. Obviously, I'm on a strong infusion every 6 months, which kind of helps. Now I'm just going back and forth with the same peach colors? So yeah, the peach that I've already used. You can reuse colors, you can add colors, you can use colors once or never, I don't know. You pick up colors, and the more you do this, you'll figure out what colors look best together, which is why you go and make the color wheel that I did before. If any new colors, new pencils, color wheel. Like I said last time, it's boring as hell, yes it is, but it's also very helpful because then you realize what colors will blend together. So, any new pencils, you try any new paper. If you've got the bits of paper, that's him opening a garage door, I think. Use that, do the... There's a purple in there. Yeah, I need to add this. Or is it pink? I think it's a pink first. It doesn't matter what order. Well, it does matter sometimes what order you go into, but in this case, it doesn't matter. I'm not getting into that right now. I will get that. And if I continue doing these, I will get that in the future. More than likely. But, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make more videos of stuff I know how to do. Now, what do I know how to do? Use colored pencils. What else do I know how to do? I can't knit, so that's not how. That's kind of, some people might, but I'm not a knitter. I end up just knitting knots. What else do I know how to do with art? I know how to draw horses, and cartoons, and not so much anymore, but I need to. But I mean, the shorts that I'm doing with I need to practice. I'm really out of practice of drawing like humans. Really out of practice. I really need to draw the practice. I used to draw like college, uni, like all the time, but I just haven't. For some reason, I haven't done it, and I don't know why. And just busy with life. I don't know. Adulting can suck sometimes a lot, Adulting can really suck. And I'm blocking the light more than likely. I really gotta stop doing that because I'm leaning on my arm. Yeah, no, I really have to, like, I had, like I said, best intentions, and you just go out the fucking window. That's just what happens, But see how light that is? It's pretty much like almost the same kind of shade. Just need to darken it. So what you do is you just keep building up colors over and over and over again. Like I said, very tedious, but the effects can be really cool if you have the patience. Now, like this took like over a couple hours, maybe really, but I did over like a week or two, just so because I was doing other stuff too. But now you don't have to keep all your lines, especially if you want a texture. You don't have to keep your lines like all the same. You don't have to. I'm trying to have any piece of paper here. You don't have to like keep your lines all smooth and together like that. Like go over. You could just do like cross hatchings to get certain textures that you want, or you can do these little marks, like people, all kinds of marks. Just practice mark making. That's what pretty much any kind of art is, mark making. Marking with anything, pencils, ink, any kind of food, any kind of, I was gonna say blood there because I've seen artists use blood, and there's artists to do, but yeah, that's kind of don't use that because I'm not recommending that. That's it can be kind of dangerous and stuff. So don't do that. But I've also seen artists make paintings out of like feces and urine. But hey, contemporary art can be really odd sometimes. Well, I don't find it odd, but I know some people do find it odd. But that's what I took in college for 3 years, I think. Yeah, contemporary art. And then uni did graphic design, which not that bad. I did learn a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been better if I guess I had been on meds. It might have helped. Stop leaning on your arm, John. But I mean, so you just keep going back in detail, going back and forth with pencils and stuff to see build up colors. Back to I mean, if I had been on meds, maybe that would be different. But then I probably wouldn't have done art. I would have went into science and would have done like biology or paleontology, like I wanted as a kid, like dinosaurs and stuff. Hence the dragon thing, kind of. But I wanted to be a paleontologist. I knew like dragons. Or in ancient Egypt. That's the other thing. I used to drive people. Everything. This actually got me kicked out of class. And a teacher, and she was like telling all these things about, oh god, what was it? I can't remember what it was exactly now, because that was how old would I have been? 17. So yeah, 14. I'm 44, 17 at the time. You know, she said something, and I was just like, and I just kind of was like, no, you're wrong. Just out of the blue, because it just was like, it bugged me. She's like, what? And I'm like, well, no, you're wrong. It's actually some kind of art. And I go, no, it's this instead. And she's like, well, no, it's not. I go, well, yeah, it is. I can prove it to you, like, in 5 minutes. Let me go to the library. And she's like, no. And she got really pissed off that I told her wrong and stuff. And she kicked me out of class. Went to the principal's office, and he's like, what'd you do now? I'm like, I didn't get in trouble for fights or anything. That wasn't me. But he's like, and he's just go to the library. I'm like, okay. So got out of class. It was art class, but, you know, I was just like, okay, and then the whole month she was there, because it was like pregnancy, something. I can't remember that teacher. We just did not like each other. It was like daggers. Quite funny actually. The teacher comes back and she's like, yeah, I heard what you did. And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, yeah, just next time maybe put your hand up. I'm like, okay. She didn't care. She goes, you were right. I go, I know I was right. You know? I'm like, this isn't new information. It's been around for 20 years. You know, like I'm not, you know, making this crap up. You know, but yeah, ancient Egypt and horses and what else? Dinosaurs, like I said. It was just like, okay, yeah, dinosaurs, and then art. He said, and part of me is like, did I do art because I did do art in school because I thought it was easy? Pretty much. I did it because I didn't want to have to exert myself. That's what it comes down to. I didn't want to have to do anything at all. Well, no, it's not that. We moved around a lot as a kid, so it's kind of like got sick of moving and sick of changing schools and stuff. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the bare minimum at this point, just a pass. But that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, I had to repeat, not because I failed, because when we moved across the country in Canada, we got different school systems, so I had to redo some things, and I had to do another year of something that I was like, oh crap, I really don't want to do that, but I did. But I'm not telling you, don't get me started in Alberta. But stop leaning on your arm, because it stops people from freaking seeing things. We're gonna have to color correct that. But, so yeah, I don't know where the fuck I am. How long is this? 20 minutes. That's gonna be freaking long as hell. But you know what? People, I don't know. I'm just rambling. And so yeah, so this is not gonna match, but it doesn't matter. But like I said, it doesn't matter. If you really care, then you do, like, colors, like, one at a time on each thing. That's the best thing. And I've gone completely off track of what I was doing. But yeah, I was talking about colors. But you know, hey, and I've had my ADHD meds. Yeah, you know. So yeah, what does that say? Maybe need a higher dose. That's 2 orange, but that's okay. I can fix it, sort of. Sometimes you can fix your mistakes. If you know color theory roughly, you can fix it. You don't need. Oh, there's the door opening. You know, and you're done doing what you're doing. I think. Ah, yes. Okay. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing with the banging and the moving and the.
Putting recycle away because they messed with our collection schedule. So
yeah, so it's a long story.
Instead of the bin being okay full, let's give you another bin and then result in one bin being empty and the other one being full.
I know, and it's like how big.
2 weeks for the end of the month.
And how big do they think people's yards? They know how big people. Some people don't even have yards.
I don't think more bins are garden bins. Some people send them a bill for storing bins.
Like it's like there's only so much space. I mean, we don't have a huge yard, but I mean,
tiny yard, still.
But still, I mean, there's like I said, there are people that have smaller yards in this area than us, and there are people that don't have any yards. So how the hell?
Like when we moved here, we had 1 grey bin and 1 recycling bin.
Yeah, and now.
Then they gave us 1 green bin was in such before, so I gave them it back.
Yeah.
And they took the main rubbish bin, made that a mixed recycling bin, and then they gave us a new small generalist bin, which works great because honestly I barely fill the generalist bin.
Yeah, we recycle a lot.
2 weeks left.
I just realized if you live on the road and you don't have a front or backyard, what the fuck do you do?
Most people there do have a front and back.
Do?
At least you got a bin storage area.
Yeah.
If you go off there are bins fucking everywhere.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's costing. Yeah, it's council business. Yeah. But.
Yeah, but now, so they've given us now a blue bin.
Yeah.
You now can't put glass in.
No, you gotta go to.
No, blue bin's for paper and cardboard.
Yeah.
You can't put glass in at all. You have to go to a bottle bank.
And nobody's gonna.
It's fucking stupid. Considering the mixed recycling, you can hear all the glass going in.
I know.
So as a result, there's loads of people putting them in the freaking bin because they can't be fucking bothered.
I know.
Miles at their own expense to do something the council wants them to do because the council's just being bloody minded about.
I know.
No matter who's in charge, it's still the same stupid policies cooked up by people who don't have any brains.
Yeah.
And who have an ideology of see their legacy when they go on a directorship somewhere else.
Yeah. So.
Sure, divs.
That's John's bitch of the day. I had my bitch of the day. Okay, I think we're. Did I have the bitch of the day?
The next one was the band people using drones in public park. I asked them because you've got to sign up so people
I know.
the guy from Communities who apparently runs Agenda, because he was on the desperate stupid idea to lease parking meters for, what was it? 1/3 the cost of just buying them outright.
Yeah.
1/3 as much to lease them every single year.
Yeah.
So it sounds like somebody was getting a kickback.
Oh yeah.
He was also the one that said, I'm not putting signing the parts about drones. No, I refuse to do this.
I know.
Quit.
But at least now they have. Oh, that was a little loud. At least now I was looking at videos of the photos of the hill near in the big Kerry Hill, and at least now they have at least one thing at the play park for somebody who's a person who's using a wheelchair, so they can at least, whether like a kid can go on a swing at least, because they couldn't be able to climb the play, like the actual ship that's there. So at least it gives them something to do when they're at the park, you know, which is great. I'm gonna have to go up there and take a video of it. I need to go actually down to the den too, but now that I can get down here, because now that Scotland brought in the parking ban on the sidewalks, it's great because I can actually go on the sidewalk.
It's already gone with the windiest people.
Yeah.
They starting to clog it back up again.
Oh, they don't park on, well, they used to.
Because they haven't been inspecting for a while, so now
Yes, that's right.
see if we can go back to doing what we want.
Yeah.
So it's already starting to creep back in, people already.
Oh yeah.
If I get the council to come up about it, I guarantee them.
Oh god, no. They wouldn't, no.
The thing is, though, Dundee, they be all over this sort of bad smell.
Oh, the money.
Why?
Money.
Well, yeah, what if they want to stop people smoking outside the hospitals in Scotland? What they should have done, especially in Edinburgh and Dundee,
Yeah.
is made it the council's parking warden's problem.
Oh yeah.
Edinburgh, they would have had to buy them an extra ticket
Yes.
issue machine. They would have given them a backpack full of tickets.
Yeah.
Because they would have had a fucking field day.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Edinburgh's parking wardens are called the Blue Meanies because they wear blue and they have absolutely no tolerance. They stick you to the letter of the rules.
Oh, yeah.
If I remember right, they once ticketed the hearse.
Oh, I remember you telling me that, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me
Was
that.
it pardon double yellow line?
yeah.
Wasn't it a bloody excuse?
No, it is. It's true. No, that is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
is true,
they
too.
known as the Blue Meanies.
Yeah. So,
They
oh
have
yeah,
an
so when you
education.
park somewhere, like, because I've got a blue badge, you can park, like, on, like, places where you're not supposed to, like, available. So they come over thinking we're illegally parked, they see the badge.
Well, these council guys are, oh, you said you saw one,
Yeah.
you paused the crash.
He saw the badge on the dashboard and he's like, oh. He had his notebook out and the thing to write a ticket, and then he was like, ah.
What they saw, or you...
Yeah.
Well, you weren't right beside me, you were a bit further away.
Yeah, I was for the, because we were going into DOJ. DJ Cat, sorry.
Oh, it was in Dundee then.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were parked, not when I was there, the year before I think I went there, because we were just having a look at the degree show, and yeah, and the look on his face was like, oh, you ruined my day.
Yeah, they were a bit bad in Dundee.
And it's like, okay, he is really how you wanted to rent a ticket.
He thought you was right, you never right.
Yeah, it's like, no, you can't, screw you. You know. But then, I mean, now I don't get the looks, but before I used to get like looks, oh, you don't need a badge. And so like, you can walk coming. Really, I'm stumbling, I'm walking like I'm, you know, like, now with this is the thing, it's sad, the fact that I have to use a crutch or a wheelchair for people to realize that, oh, I do actually need it to get into shops when we do go places. It's kind of like, well, yeah, it's there so that I can get help. You know, anyway, so back to the color, I'm like going off completely, it's me, I'm going completely off tangent. So I'm trying to get, when you have light, see how I'm darkening this edge here? I am trying to get it so, because the darkest part of the thing would be here. So I'm trying to get it so it looks like it's curving a little bit. And I need a darker pink, and I'll get that in a sec. I'm just filling this out. So, yeah, so I'm following the curve and where the light would hit, and the light would hit here, and it went here, so you darken this up like this. Now that I'm done renting, and probably nobody's gonna listen to this, but you know, I don't really give a shit.
Ah, my wife, you know.
What?
Total dictator.
I'm me a dictator.
Yeah.
About what?
Like you see, you want to be a dictator.
No, I'm not an orange traffic cone wannabe.
No, traffic cone would have more sense in certain people.
No, well, I meant the melting traffic cone that's running the...
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah. He has what more?
I said a traffic cone is more brains.
True! I'm not naming names because, you know, that's what Trump... Oh, I did there, huh.
Don't
But
edit that out because you don't want fucking bullshit.
I'll just go beep! But yeah. So, I am, like I said, darkening this, and they're not gonna look the same. I didn't really want to because I was trying to explain the difference between two and these. One sec.
This Jarvis says he's gonna pass it.
Okay. So, there's really no green in here. Actually, I think there is. But, so, in order to make this a little darker here, I'm adding a bit of green here. And I've added green here, just to kind of, you know, balance it out a little bit. And it goes here. Yeah, there's green. It's right there. I can see it. Okay. Just, I'm finishing up this little cute kawaii kind of creature thingy. It's a... bunny carrying a voodoo doll with, I don't know, pins in it, and so for some reason a candy cane. It's like a squirrel bunny, I don't know what it is, but it's got a candy cane, even though the rest is kind of Halloween-y, but there's a candy cane. I don't quite get it. Well, what would you call it?
You said a squirrel.
It looks like a goat kind of.
I think you said a bunny carrying voodoo doll.
Well, yeah, you got a voodoo doll.
No, you said but you said a bunny carrying a voodoo doll. It sounded like you're meaning a voodoo doll carrying a... No, a voodoo doll carrying a bunny is what I thought you meant.
Okay. No, your friend when shading, Grace, you know, because...
Well, your friend shading is just say, fuck it.
Yeah, so, because this is, it's not like a dark gray, it's like a little, you can actually just help. And the grays will affect the color a little bit, but they don't completely cover it. So, you know, you can affect that. So these are not going to look the same. And I'm not going to make a huge long, even though this video is like half an hour long. But anyway, yeah.
It sounds like somebody's got a TV turned up and I realize it's you recording.
Oh, that's
I
right.
can't hear what you're saying, it just sounds like...
No, that's the thing, if we're watching a movie down here, you can hear it outside.
That's what I'm saying. No, but I mean, like, you hear you, and it seems like someone's got TV turned up.
It's like, if you're playing Diablo, right, if I go outside or whatever, and I'm like, oh, he's playing.
When's that?
No, just sometimes at night, and if I go, if I was like, or I'm down here, I'm like, oh, well, he started playing that, you know. So yeah, now, they're kind of similar in color, actually. I'm actually quite amazed how similar they're actually are. There's a little bit more yellow in here, but I can fix it. I need some more purple. Purple. It's actually, we use this. What is this? This is a maroon? Raspberry. Perfect. I actually like this color. So, we'll use this color. Actually, that's what it is. It's raspberry. There's more raspberry and purple in this. That's what it is. So sometimes, like I said, the more you do this, the more you can tell what colors you're missing or you need to do this. Like I said, you don't need expensive color pencils. They're really freaking nice when you have them. If you can't afford them, you can use them on top of the dollar store. It doesn't bloody matter. All you gotta do is make them work. You can use the little stubby ones you can get like for like kids at birthday parties and stuff if you want to. You know?
Again, 20 years ago though, you're having kittens right now.
Oh god, that's what I said. I didn't have, I had Crayolas, I had...
No.
What do you mean?
In fact, I tried to get you by cheaper stuff and you caught me blind.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh.
Stuff was all garbage, blah, 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 blah,
Some of
blah,
it is. Some of it is garbage. But most of it, for what, if you're especially, like I said last time, do not buy expensive pencils when you're learning. Do not. Because you might not like them, because some people don't like the expensive pencils. Or like if you buy Prisms, they're not expensive, they're like, yeah, they're okay. But like Luminous pencil, I don't recommend buying them. Or like I said, the Holbeins, which I would love, but they're expensive as hell, and I can't get them anyway. It doesn't matter.
Why did you say not buying the Luminous ones? I think you like them.
Oh, I love the Luminous pencils. They're also £3 a pencil. That's why. So you don't want to buy them as your first pencils because you might not know if you like them. You don't want to spend all that money if you're not going to like the medium. You know what I mean? And it's like people.
The ones I got you.
Those, I haven't used them yet. I need to use those blue ones. They're Tombos. I haven't tried them yet.
No, the color pencils I got you.
I can't remember. Something. They're okay too. They're good.
They were like half the price.
Yeah, they're alright too. It's like you don't have to expensive stuff. It's if hey, if somebody wants to get you a birthday present, great. So yeah, I think I'm done with that right now. It doesn't look the same, like color-wise. This one's a little lighter. Now, if I kept building color, it would eventually get this dark. But I'm not gonna spend the next hour doing that. No, because I want to go work on something else. You know, he's doing something. Doesn't matter. So my next thing, I'm gonna do an eye because people have problems doing an eye, whether it's a human eye, bird eye. I don't freaking know. I haven't decided yet. So I'm gonna color an eye. That's gonna be my next thing, right? That's my plan, right? For at least colored pencils, and then a bunch of shorts because I need to, like I said, practice more people. I'm out of practice. So practice is everything with art. You start looking like crap, and eventually, hey, it might look like something. Now, I haven't noticed this obsession with, hey, people have to look like people. Yeah, okay, but you can also do a little abstract, a little loose, all that stuff. But I'm not getting into that right now because, like I said, some people don't like it. I've got the hiccups, damn it. So I'm gonna go edit this and hopefully get it up tomorrow. And I have a visit with the vampire tomorrow to get blood drawn. I'll probably end up like a Bruce Peached. And yeah, so I'll be back. Well, the shorts will be posted whenever I do them. And this should be hopefully tomorrow, if not later on the week. And then I'm going to try to at least post these once a week. When it's going to be, who the hell knows? That's the plan. Post something once a week. Will it work? Like one longer video once a week. When? Don't know. That's why I don't have a set schedule. Because that's what I'm busy, but because of health problems and shit, I can't keep a schedule. Which is why I can't keep a normal job. Because I don't know what I'm doing every day. I could wake up tomorrow and not be able to fucking move. Who the hell knows? MS is unpredictable like that. You don't know. Like I said, I could wake up tomorrow and my vision is completely gone and I won't be able to draw. I'll have to learn how to freaking do tactile paint and stuff, like really thick paint or I don't know.
Draw your finger paint.
Well, if I go draw paint, if I went blind, I have to like be more tactile stuff, like like.
No, I mean you be like Mr. Mackey. Finger paint is cool, man.
Yeah. So I mean, there's options. I mean, you usually go blind.
Great South Park episode.
Yeah, that makes me feel old because I would have been 17 with South Park.
I remember when we met, you hated South Park.
I thought I hated it. It was just kind of like, Okay.
I poured it and you hated it.
But yeah.
So passionate.
No, it's because it was around so much. But yeah, so he's back doing something else. so I'm gonna stop rambling, and this video is complete. It's me. It's all over the place. You know, I make videos because it gives me something to do. And like I said, I have, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I never know how to end these or start things. I spent like 2 minutes trying to figure out what the hell to say. The person's like, so this was that. It's like, anyway, so I'm gonna go edit this, and hopefully my camera doesn't blow up because it's a 360, and I need to get. I thought about getting to get a DLR, but hey, I also have other plans. I'm trying to play. I'm gonna musical plans because I'm either music or art, and so I'll be back. I don't know.